Hey guys, so I'm super excited to make this video for you today because we're going to be covering 3 high growth stocks, all of which are currently trading under $75 a share and all of which have the potential to bring us as investors some massive returns.
Dollar bills, y'all.
So I did a lot of research to make this video for you guys, so I'd appreciate an early thumbs up. But with that being said, let's not waste any time at all and let's get right into it. So my first pick is Zillow, ticker symbol ZG. Now if you've purchased or rented a house in the past couple of years, you've probably been on Zillow's website because they are literally one of the largest real estate and rental marketplaces on the planet, with now over 218 million monthly unique users. To put that into perspective for you guys, Facebook has about 253 million monthly active users in the US. So that's the level of traffic that Zillow is bringing in. But what gets me the most excited about this company is their recent shift in strategy, which they're calling Zillow 2.0. Now, just like Uber streamlined taxis or how Airbnb and Expedia streamlined travel, now Zillow wants to do the same thing for the home buying experience. So for the past decade, Zillow has been known as one of the go-to platforms to search and find houses. But now they want to be more than just that. They want to be a full-service marketplace and enable consumers to rent, buy, finance, and sell, all without ever leaving their platform. And in doing so, create a radically simpler real estate transaction through technology, service, and integration. You see, as it stands right now, the home buying process is extremely complicated, time-consuming, and stressful. Because you are forced to go through a multitude of vendors with no real guidance along the way. And as someone who has recently purchased a home, I can definitely attest to this. Now, this is absolutely genius in my opinion, because by doing this, they are transitioning themselves from being restricted to only the real estate advertising side of things, which is only about a $20 billion market, to now being part of the much larger home transactions market, which accounts for almost $2 trillion in sales annually. Not too shabby.
Not at all.
So how exactly will they achieve this? Well, it's actually quite simple. You see, they have a massive advantage when it comes to data because they have more data on homes sold in the US than just about every other company in the world. So through their Zillow Offers website, they not only offer homeowners full cash offers to buy their homes, but also add the convenience of closing quickly, not having to do any showings, and not having to worry about handling any repairs. Now, keep in mind that this section of their business is still extremely early on in the process, so it's not yet profitable because it's basically still in its infancy stages right now of them rolling this out. But as they scale things up and the better their artificial intelligence and data becomes on knowing exactly where and when to buy specific houses and then having the AI automatically calculate the most optimal time to sell the homes, once perfected, this could be huge and has the potential to be an absolute cash cow for them and a huge growth driver for the stock for many years to come. Now, at the start of the pandemic, Zillow's stock took an absolute beating because most analysts assumed that real estate sales would plummet to near zero and basically be non-existent. So the stock came tumbling down to less than $25 a share back in March. And despite all the crazy stuff going on in the world right now, Zillow still beat on revenue by over $125 million, posting revenues of $768 million, which is a 28% increase year over year. So it turns out that a multitude of areas across the US are actually seeing an increase in real estate sales over the prior year, which is kind of crazy. And Zillow's CEO believes that this is because, and I quote, "We are at the dawn of a great reshuffling." And what he meant by this is that now that more people are spending more time at home and remote work is becoming more and more common, it's starting to create a new dynamic where people don't care as much about living in an urban city, but instead now desire to have more space and more privacy in and outside of their homes. So guys, I'm becoming extremely bullish on Zillow as a long-term hold, But since it's run up so much recently, I'm going to be waiting for a pullback in the price. Ideally, I would want to get it in the mid 60s range, as I think that would be a great entry point. Also, real quick before we get into my second pick, I just want to say, wow, you guys are absolutely incredible. So just a few days ago, I announced for the first time the official launch of our Patreon and Discord, and we've already had over 160 of you beautiful people join the family. So first, I just want to say thank you, not only for supporting the channel, but also for your trust. It is not something that I take lightly, and I will work continuously to make sure that I provide each and every one of you with the most value possible in order to help you reach your individual goals. Now, for those of you who might have missed the announcement, this is your opportunity because there's only a limited amount of spots left and signups will literally be completely closed for the rest of the month after just 72 hours of this video being posted. And just to recap, membership not only helps support the channel, but also includes exclusive benefits like access to our private Discord channel, exclusive content, plus you'll be able to see my entire stock portfolio, which I just revealed for the first time yesterday to all of my Patreon members. And on top of that, you'll also get access to my buy or sell signals, meaning you'll know every single stock I decide to buy right when I buy it, and you'll know exactly when I decide to sell my position. But even more importantly, I go in depth and explain my mindset, reasoning, and exact strategy for every trade I make, which I believe is the most important part because this will help you develop your own ability to think critically and thus be able to invest successfully more consistently. Now, one last thing that I want to share with you guys is that I purposely made it so that Patreon will not charge you anything upfront if you sign up, because I believe in providing value first. So if at any point before September 1st you decide to cancel your membership, it will not charge you a single penny for anything at all. So you have absolutely nothing to lose by signing up, but everything to gain. So I can't wait to work with you one-on-one, and I can't wait to grow this community to become one of the most impactful communities ever. And with that being said, I'll see you on the other side. Thank you. Now, my second pick has the potential to become an absolutely category disrupting company, and they just recently IPO'd about a month ago. They are the new aged insurance company called Lemonade, ticker symbol LMND. And they are in a sector that has been absolutely robbed of any significant innovations for a multitude of decades now, and it's ripe for disruption. With the average age of the biggest insurance companies in America now being well over 100 years old, these mammoth of companies have been resting on their laurels for far too long now, with the majority of them making a large portion of their profits by nickeling and diming their loyal customers. And then even after you pay their oftentimes exorbitant fees year after year without any accidents, and you manage to maintain an almost perfect, unblemished record, the one time you actually need them to come through for you because something happens and you have to file a claim, they make the process almost as complicated and time-consuming as possible in order to try to avoid having to compensate you for anything, and instead they try to blame you, or even worse, hike up your premiums even more. So bam, Lemonade came onto the scene and pretty much said F that, and they want to flip the insurance industry upside down by leveraging artificial intelligence and machine learning. For example, their AI bot Maya will give you a quote for homeowners or renters insurance within minutes after answering a few questions. And since they're entirely digital and don't have as many overhead costs, their prices are usually significantly cheaper than every other major insurance company out there. Also, if an issue comes up and you have to file a claim, most simple claims are approved instantly. Yes, I said instantly. So instead of being grilled and questioned relentlessly by your insurance company as if you are some sort of criminal just for filing a claim, Lemonade approves most claims within seconds. And this is because unlike every other insurance company in the world who pockets your entire premium for themselves, so they are extremely motivated to not give you anything back, Lemonade does the opposite. They only keep a flat fee of 25% of your premium, and the other 75% of your premium is set aside for paying out any future potential claims. And if you don't end up filing any claims, then it goes to a non-profit of your choice. This leads to significantly happier customers who actually want to tell their friends about Lemonade, because who would have thought an experience with an insurance company could actually be enjoyable? And I can personally attest to this because I am one of their customers and I have told multiple friends of them already. So word of mouth is a huge part of their growth strategy. And also, since they're fully digital, they are mainly targeting millennials. So they plan on growing their offerings with their customers. So right now, they are only mainly offering homeowners and renters insurance. But obviously, they have a massive opportunity down the road to also expand into auto, life, and even health insurance. And since their customers are actually happy, you best believe that they would switch in a heartbeat once Lemonade starts expanding their offerings. I know I will. Also, the beautiful part of this business model is that as they get more data and their artificial intelligence becomes smarter, the growth will be exponential. For example, when Lemonade first started, they were losing a significant amount of money on premiums because they were paying more out in claims than they were taking in. Because their AI bot Maya did not have enough data and was likely giving customers premiums that were unsustainably low. So the key metric here is their loss ratio, which is simply the claims they pay divided by the premiums they earn. So when they first started, their loss ratio was astronomically high at over 368%, and that was definitely unsustainable. But here's where things get exciting. Just 6 months later, they cut it in more than half to 137%. And now 2 years later, it's as low as 67%. And they are just still getting started. Now, I'm actually going to be making a more in-depth video on Lemonade soon because this is a company that I could see myself starting a very significant position in. But here's what I will say right now. Since they've only been trading publicly for about a month right now, it seems investors are still unsure of how to value this company just yet, because their stock price has been extremely volatile. So it's currently trading at a bit under $60 a share, and it will likely dip even more since they just reported earnings today and largely due to the pandemic missed on revenue consensus. So I see an incredible buying opportunity likely coming up soon for Lemonade, and I will be closely watching for the price to stabilize some more, and then I will be starting a position. Ideally, I'd like to get in somewhere around the 40s range. And guys, this is a very small publicly traded company right now with a market cap of only about $3 billion. And this is a company that I could easily see being a 5 to 10x opportunity at the minimum over the next couple of years. So I definitely recommend adding them to your watch list. Now for my third and final pick, this one is a channel favorite, and that is Workhorse, ticker symbol WKHS. Now I just made a full video on why I'm becoming more and more bullish on this company a few days ago. So I'm going to keep this very short. But if you didn't watch that video, I highly recommend you check it out soon. Because while this is definitely more of a speculative stock, it is starting to look more and more like a sure thing that Workhorse will be getting at the very least a significant portion of the $6 billion USPS contract. Because just a few days ago, Mahindra, which was one of the final 4 companies eligible to be awarded the massive contract, just announced that they would be dropping out of the running.
You're fired. You're fired.
Meaning that there is now only 2 companies besides Workhorse that are eligible to win the contract, and one of them is not even an American company. So I don't think there's any chance that this government-funded contract will get awarded to a non-American company. So I am extremely bullish on this company, and I would highly recommend that you watch my last video on them for more details, as this could easily be a 2 to 3x opportunity in a matter of months. Now, if you found any value in this video at all, and I hope you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notifications bell. Also, I love talking to you guys, and I always try my very best to reply to every single comment. So let me know your thoughts on my stock picks, and let me know what stocks or topics you want me to talk about next in the comment section below. Also, remember that if you're interested in becoming a Patreon member and joining the private community, it will be the first link in the description box. But remember to sign up quick, because signups will only be open for 72 hours after this video is posted, and then it will be closed for the rest of the month. But with that being said, especially if you made it till this point in the video, I have so much love for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. Peace.